Good morning, all you amazing dinar people, where intel is always free and never overhyped. Let's do a quick review for the newbies. All right, so this is where we stand. So we're gonna just paint the full picture for them. So going back to 2014, we had the CBI come out and say that they actually. Let me put my disclaimer in there. This whole video is my opinion and shall not be used for financial advice. Okay, so here's the information. Back in 2014, the CBI came out and said that they're going to delay the deletion of the zeros, meaning the changing of the rate, for a period of 5 years, because they are requiring Iraq to get rid of all the former political corruption and hold their elections and form and put in place a brand new government. So they just told us right there they've delayed this again from 2014. They've delayed the changing of the rate for a period of 5 years, walking us into 2019, because they are requiring Iraq to form and put a brand new government in place. So that advances us to 19. So we come into 19. At the beginning of 19, articles had already come out stating that they had monies within the 19 budget specifically for both the HCL, the hydrocarbon law or oil and gas law, as well as Article 140. That information suggests to us they have intentions of changing the rate in 19. Let's review their actions. Let's see if their actions would support a rate change in 19. From January through June, through the whole year, they were putting in place trade agreements, reconstruction agreements. Okay, all of those actions suggest to us that they're preparing for the main country of Iraq to set the stage for the rate change. Again, they prepared setting the stage for the rate change for the country of Iraq. Okay, that was January through June. As we transition into July, the Baghdad meets with Kurdistan. They're putting in place. They're trying to reach resolution and agreements on Article 140, okay, on the oil and gas law, as well as those monies for both of those items for the 19 budget. 2020 budget, which they said they're going to do it during the 10th month, which is October of this year. So if they're putting those together, or dialing in and coming into agreement on monies for both Article 140 and the HCL within the 2020 budget, they're telling us the 2020 budget, again, in the 10th month, they're telling us that also has post-rate change monies in it. Okay? So those are the actions. Those actions from kind of July through August tell us that they have set the stage, the post-rate change stage for the citizens. Okay, so that walked us up to August. Okay, but we still know that the CBI is seeking for them to have a fully formed seated government based on what they told us in 14. Okay, so if that walked us through from January through August, they suggested they set the stage for both the country and the citizens. What do we have in September? Well, in September, that's when they told us they are going to try and attempt to finish the government. Okay, finish the formation of the government during the month of September. Guys, they actually gave us a factual timeline that not one other dinar group, investment group on the internet can even clearly see or even has put together. They've told us January through August that they set the post-rate change stage. Oh, actually, let me back up. This is just blatantly obvious. Notice how they did absolutely nothing with the formation of the government January through August. Nothing. They put this whole year, they've put the formation of the government on the shelf. Forgot about it. Why? Because the CBI told us it's the linchpin to the rate change. That's why they did nothing with the formation of the government January through August. Okay, so January through August, guys, their actions show that they set the post-rate change stage for the country and for the citizens. Then, as we transition into September. Okay, that's when they said, oh, we can now work on finishing the formation of the government in September, because through the end of August we'll be done setting the stage for the finish setting the rate change stage for the country and for the citizens. Now, I raised a key point to you guys on purpose a moment ago that I hope you saw. Okay, and I'm going to add to that. What I told you was they had post rate change monies coming into the 2020 budget. But guys, roughly 2.5, 3 weeks ago, they also came out saying that they were going to increase the 19 budget, which is they're adding a supplementary budget to it, which involves reconstruction monies just for the area of Baghdad. So they increased the 19 budget by the amount of roughly 170 billion dinar. Okay, but they specifically said that's still for 19. Okay, so if that's for 19, there's only 1 quarter left. That would mean that reconstruction money's for Q4, kind of like how they told you that they're going to do the 2020 budget in the 10th month. Okay, and then roughly 2-3 weeks ago, Kuwait had released the donors conference money, again specifically for reconstruction. They released that, turned that over to Iraq 2 to 3 weeks ago. Okay, guys, that would also be for Q4 because there's only 1 quarter left. So as you guys see, Iraq has come into a whole bunch of new money for Q4, and their linchpin period, they've told us, is happening in September, which is after they've set the stage through August, but it's also before they have all this new construction money for Q4. Do you guys see that timeline there, guys? They've given you a factual timeline that's very easy to see. The news for the last month or so has been so blatantly obvious to piece together with a factual timeline, guys. It's awesome. It's as clear as day where we stand right now. Okay, so that's our factual timeline. That's where we stand. We have 2 key things we're watching right now. We need to see both the Kurds and Baghdad hold a meeting and come into agreement on Article 140 and the oil law, and that has to do with oil and money in preparation for the numbers within and the math within the 2020 budget. I've got an article that I'm going to attach to this video for you. They say now they're telling us they're going to meet roughly next week on that. I don't know if that means during this coming week or the following week, which would be the first week of September, but roughly within the next week or 2. Okay, we need to see that happen and come into agreement. Okay, and then after that, guys, the number one thing we're looking for, because here's what we want. We always on our site, on our forum, we try to shoot for factual proof. Okay, when you see that factual proof, guys, that way there's no BS anywhere. It's just a straight factual walk. Okay, after Kurdistan and Baghdad come into agreement on those items and have that meeting, what we're looking for is to see if they advance straight to the formation of the government, or if they work on another task right after they come into agreement between Kurdistan and Baghdad. That's going to tell us exactly where we stand. If we're looking for them to almost do nothing right after the Kurds and Baghdad meet, and then shortly after that advance to the formation of the government. Okay, if they move straight to the formation of the government, guys, that means there's nothing left. The stage is fully set and they're ready to change that rate. That's what we're looking for. Okay, those facts will confirm everything for you. So you guys have an amazing day, and God bless every single one of you.